don't know what I am, but I've got a bad headache. But anyway, I'll need to talk about round 5 now. My tips were a brawn, followed by a brawn, followed by a Red Bull. I just happened to get that combination completely wrong. I really, Rubens. Brilliant all weekend. Pipped in qualifying by Button. After Button borrowed his setup apparently, and then brilliant first sector, of the race, not sector, first stint. He was, on a heavier fuel load, pretty much, a considerable amount quicker than Button, and then was just beaten by strategy, which was a crying shame. I mean, when Button came, when Barrichello came in for his last pit stop, he was almost the length of the straight ahead of Button, although he was short-filled at his first stop. Had he not been, had he just had the same fill as Button, he would have maintained that lead and won the race. It's a little sad that it seems that Brawn are already, through strategy, seem to be favouring Button for the championship. I guess he is their best bet now. He's won the first 3 out of 4. Barrichello, if he wanted that support, would have needed to have, done better in the first few races. Look, in the post-race press conference, he was not a happy boy, and I can understand that. I mean, and I actually felt for Jenson Button actually, because he's. I'm sure there's a little part of him that is feeling a little bit self-conscious about having to gush quite so much about his season and his race when he's sitting right beside a guy who is pretty much shafted from the race. But look, having said that, Button didn't put a wheel wrong. Whoa! Good old left-handers do it to me every time. Sorry about that. Yeah, look, having said that, Button didn't put a wheel wrong. He didn't really. He had not a bad start. Barrichello had a blinder of a start and just sort of out-muscled him into the first corner. And Mark Vettel, however you would like to pronounce. I would like to pronounce it correctly. I think it's Vettel. Vettel sounds cooler, but anyway. The way he got in front of those two was reminded me a little bit of Hakkinen when he won the US Grand Prix in 2001. It's just like he was behind, and then suddenly after all the pit stops, he was like considerably ahead. But look, a great drive from him. He was able to hustle Vettel and Massa in the early stages, and then came in early, and just through through superior strategy, was able to beat his teammate. So it looks like in terms of the championship with Red Bull, they don't seem to have decided on a driver yet, which is good. What was I saying? Look, first third of the race, as Barrichello thought, I did as well, that he had it in the bag. I thought, wow, I'm going to get my tip right, at least for a race win. Sorry, I'm just. Yeah, he seemed to have it under control, and then you hear on the radio that Jenson's gone to plan B. So we're thinking, okay, he must be a two-stopper, must be two-stopping instead of 3. Just by the way, Jock Jock Clear was there saying, "Oh, look, it's up to you now, Ruben." So it looked like he had to, he had another stop to make over Jensen, which was, turned out to be true, and he just didn't quite do enough, and that's all it came down to. I think he was the faster driver this weekend, but a better strategy for Jensen. And but as I said, Jensen didn't put a wheel wrong, and a great drive from both drivers. And I just feel a little bit sorry for Barrichello, but he's back on the map again. I think that race he can understandably be justifiably be a little upset by how events transpired, but look, he's back on the map. I guess third place we had Mark Webber, who he leapfrogged Massa and Vettel in his strategy, and look, a absolutely stunning few seconds between he and Alonso at the start. Although I was really thinking, oh, that's just pushing Alonso just about off the road, and someone else did it as well. They were just very aggressive blocking tactics. I think after the pace car, someone did it. It could have even been Vettel. I'm not sure, but definitely, I thought Webber was just a fraction too aggressive in his defending his line there. Having Alonso to go, a wheel on the grass at the pit exit point, I think was, I think it was just a little bit cheeky from Webber. And if there were words after the race, I wouldn't have been too surprised. Having said that, then Webber just darted across the other side of the track once Alonso had sort of got past him, darted underneath him and then around him again at the first corner, and fantastic manoeuvre that looked electric. The only problem I might have is that he was just a little bit too aggressive in his defending his position, and nearly driving him into the pit wall was a little bit reminiscent of Senna and Prost in Portugal 1988, where Senna employed that tactic on Prost as he went to pass him. So anyway, look, a great race from Brawn. Look, they got the master tactician behind the pit wall there for them, and he is worth he's worth 10 to 15 seconds over an entire race, probably even 20 seconds, I don't know. He is that integral to their race strategy. I just hope he never delegates that position, because that's what he's best at. He must be delighted he's in control of the Constructors' Championship for the time being, and it's looking like it's going to be more and more difficult for anyone to catch him. They're starting to build a good lead now in the Constructors. Great race from Webber, and finally once Vettel got past Massa, just reeled them in. I think it was like a champagne cork once he got past Felipe Massa. So look, Ferrari obviously taking quite a significant step forward this weekend, but still silly mistakes. But then look, unless it was a fuel hose issue or it was a miscalculation in fuel that caused massive after to let Vettel go. That's unforgivable, and they've had too many little mistakes like that over the last couple of years.